All right, everybody, welcome to the newest. Loading up into PAX DEI has changed. You're seeing shaders, you're seeing preloading. You might see sweeps as the final adjustment. What are we running here now? Good morning, Twist. It is morning. The birds is singing. Well, it's the stones for the moment. I mean, we'll get into lore later. Once again, Twist at 10:22 a.m. Alaska Standard Time, I guess. I don't think it's Alaska Pacific Time. There's only one Alaska. So anyway, we are running on unlimited, epic quality FSR4. I have an AMD system, AMD CPU, AMD GPU, and an Asus board made to be complementary with those. TSR, is that the Unreal Native? It's been here since the beginning, no matter what it is. Super resolution, T and F. Enjoy remembering what those are, because they aren't the newest. Sorry. Come phone settings. There you go. Escape. The escape buttons sometimes seem to be slow. I could say that, because they've always worked for me, and in Discord I've read that they haven't. Twist, you'll have to excuse us, please enjoy the view. After checking out the parameters with Johan, this is going away. Well, it's a thing. It can be useful for a moment. We've got to get a better view of the city. If you do not use the hover cam much, holding down the alternate, which I have a third button on my mouse, and scrolling forward increases speed. Going in reverse is your fastest option if you want to get skyward, because creeping skyward is much slower. I will say that. Who do we have in our neighborhood? This is not the point, but this is Reeds, which actually has a major point, just standing all alone. Right. There are people all over this place, given what time of day. I could tell you that. We cannot go into non-moving mode here. So, we'll cheat. In Discord today, it's a major idea of how change happens. What they're going to highlight is the fact that let's say, are we in 6? We could be in 6. So in that verse we have things that mainframe planned on. But here you're going to see something a little different. So, today in announcements, at 4:16 a.m., nearly 4:20, I'm not into the birthday thing. I found that out late. While gathered at a 4:20 gathering, there were others there who seemed to be celebrating it for a different reason. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. Hello, Paxians. We've officially entered the debugging phase for R47. R47? We just had R46. Now they mentioned something before. I'm going to go right to the bottom. As you can see, we are once again using our internal naming convention, RXX, for this patch. Right? R47. We'll likely move away from the verse naming approach. Rather than holding features back to build larger themed releases. We would rather ship them when they are ready. Come on, pay attention. The RXX convention provides a simple, consistent way to identify content updates. This is so nice. Let's go to the top. The update currently includes birds. Yeah, we heard about the ground birds. Got a little photo down here. Fletching and archery improvements with new bows. Discord's full of all the archers going, they're talking about us. Or those who are fans. I am a fan of archery, as you may have noticed in the past, and you will now notice throughout. The first iteration of an achievement system. What does that mean? Animal trophies as new decoration pieces. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice, right? Right? If in the past films, lots of people have said this, but in my past recordings, it's like mounts. Mounts represent the stuff around us because they have the bear. That doesn't require a bear fur. If it does require a bear fur soon, cool. Shout out to Harm's Way, who old school videos, who has a bear video where you'll see. Check it out. Old school videos should show up. Gaming videos, video gaming. A new chat channel covering the entire province you are in, along with better chat notifications. Province? Is that a home valley? Or is the whole thing a province? I kind of forget. Or a shard. And a few other surprises. One feature still at risk is the first phase of the new permission system. Most of this work happens behind the scenes and will be largely invisible to players, since it involves migrating clan and permissions data to a new backend architecture. We are taking a particularly cautious approach and may delay it if additional testing is required. That said, this is why you have a public test server. This is why I'm still on it, despite myself. That said, we are hoping to include a new Homesteader clan rank. But what does that mean? Homesteader clan rank. And a permission change that blocks homesteaders from destroying property. Okay, there was an issue. It's a people issue, not a mainframe issue, but here's a remedy. So it kind of points to they had a control they could use, and now they're implementing it. At the time, maybe it's the way the database was structured. I'm making things up, but you know what I mean. Or you don't. It was difficult. So people would come in and say, yeah, I'm all for joining your clan. I'm brand new. Look at me, I'm brand new. I need some stuff. Could you help me out? Clan goes, hey, that's the whole point of PAX Day. Let's invite them in. They log out. The new guy says goodnight. Oh yeah, just building my shack. Thank you so much. Everything's missing. When the owner, so to speak, clan owner, comes back on. Destroying property on other clan members' plots, making it safer to recruit and integrate new members. Because that was back when the final release, or the full release, or the final out of early access, which maybe longer in early access, some would argue. Maybe more time in pre-testing, some would argue. All sorts of stuff bubbling under the surface there. I personally am not concerned. I do not own PAX Day. I like the way it is going. There's stuff, because I'm like, man, I'd like them to make money. I have nothing against. I've seen all the money going to I guess New World is taking a new shot. I saw the guy face again. I'm like, and there's whatever the PS5 has that everybody loves. There's a couple things, and of course Crimson Desert is probably an MMO in disguise, or moving to co-op, because it has a massive map and too many cats to save. I've heard. I've not played it. I have checked it out because a lot of people highlight its graphics. The high standards of its graphics. Red Dead Redemption said that's water. Yeah, because I did this a radius water, I believe, where the water affected is only around you. You've seen in PAX DEI, bubbles in the fountain. I think bubbles while swimming are more apparent. Water effects. Water effects. I like watching the puddles gather rain. If everything goes according to plan, we are hoping to deploy R47 to Arcadia, I would say, PTS, Public Test Server, in the coming 10 days. Right, so someone brought up, what period are we in? Well, just for fun, let's say, yeah, in a verse 6 way, because this is the homesteader, push. Giving a place for people to be welcome. And there's still, you're not leaving it all open, because people have invested a lot of money into this. My darn camera's a little bit off. I get cats, man. We get cats. Cats, cats, do they really love you? Do we really love each other? Let's just ask that. Is there a love we don't understand? So, into the shadows. Into the shadows. Yeah, I get all sorts of evil doings. They fight over the structure. Anyway, they're moving away from verses, but there's still this kind of idea of what was happening. Verse 6 was going to be alliances, and that's Cheeto, but verse 7 became that, and they moved homesteading to verse 6. So we're starting to see a permissions insertion. Here's a homesteader. Alliances would be two clans, or people, clans and individuals, clans and clans, individuals and individuals. And what is an alliance? Not permissions over your stuff, perhaps. I'm not saying perhaps. It would doubtfully be permissions over your stuff. It's a different level of permissions when it comes to either combat or communications. And we're seeing the chat rework, as they invoke new chat architecture. We're seeing that. You can see I love this stuff. Here, let's review the pictures. This one's the most interesting to me. Ooh, bigger. Birds on the wing. Butt, belly, beak, boom. Butt, belly, beak, boom. Butt, belly, beak, boom. Butt, belly, beak, boom. Remember that and you'll be fine. Unless you're just going for a long shot here. But if you are doing the nice shots, the kinds you could really find rewarding, too bad we don't have a familiar, a pointer. Oh, if we had animals, it should be limited. And, that's going to be a little bit of Discord thing. I don't want to go long because I want this thing to pump it up. Here it comes on the back. We're going to have nice bows. Nice bows. Good picture. Oh, good enough. It's on a 4K screen. They might not have uploaded a 4K picture. Yes. Me likey. That's very nice. Very nice. It's good stuff. Oh, a big deal. It's a bird. Look. Darn it. Everybody knows what that is, except me. I don't have I'm not so hot on pheasants, I guess. This is, of course, a Canadian goose. Or you might call it something different since they do migrate quite a way. Is the neck too much for the body ratio? Is the neck too much for the body ratio? I'm going to say that a third time. Do they need to fatten up this bird a little? Or skinny up the neck? Or am I totally off? The people who do the bird stuff get into that. Over in general, there was a thing about clay in trees. People are highlighting these images. They're talking all about how, well, someone was talking about how roads should be faster, should have a bonus. And that's something, but frame rate. If we can move faster, what about frame rate? There was something here. Level 4s can be soloed by reading their attack patterns and blocking or dodging their attacks. I'll be jumping to that because I want to see what the K has highlighted here. There's all sorts of wants. There's all sorts of things people want. Let's go to that. What is this? Along with the fletching, Ekib has something to say. Everybody, Tater Biscuit. Why are they laughing? That they can't break stride on gathering. Someone was talking about the crouch walking, but they called it something else, and a few other corrections. Blocking bug still persists. It appeared last night in the middle of a large pool, and Kabadastia, and come on. So Eltari was mentioning, because I was watching Nasaman, and Nasaman seemed to be the only person who was having I can't attack issues, or at least his chat or the voice I was hearing, nobody else was saying I lost the ability to attack or any other ability. Eltari put in a statement, its source. He has people he knows and people who talk and all sorts of people, and so they go through dungeons, and then you can see how these things fail. And so, a larger crowd, you might have a couple, 3, 4 people doing this. Being too hot on your cooldowns, spamming your cooldowns, being too quick, like I am, all the time. In a dungeon, I'm sure you're a bit spammier. You're just like, okay, hold that one, wrong key. Just say the wrong key. It was just the wrong key. I hit the wrong key, and so maybe it was just that. So anyway. They're getting off the verses thing. That's what's important. They're getting off the verses thing. So no one can say, well, they said by verse 7. Now we are in 4.7. So where did they get the internal naming basis? We're only in phase 4. No, I have no idea. Please don't repeat that. What is this? Thank you for your patience. This is PXD Love. Click to learn more about that PXD Love. Alright guys, not 7 this time. But Peter was reading through stuff. I didn't see any postings. I didn't search it either. That's kind of creepy. I will be doing things on my server. I get around. We've got the blah blah blah. You can check that out if you wish. Connecting, authenticating, voice details, and we can share her up on the stream. We can have a good old time. Ain't it wonderful? So let's just connect. It's like, all right, that is it. We are going back to what we were doing, which is a bit of moving. It's a bit of getting stuff. I gotta be in the screen. There you go. Whoa, there you go. And we have This is typical. This is happening a lot. From Mom Linnea. And is this supposed to be, what is it? What is it? Twist, you've lost your face. So we're gonna focus on that for just a moment. Yeah, not direct message to me. I just don't know why there's a Mom Linnea. Is that, what was that? Right, I'm glad I caught that. I might, eyes without a face, there's no eyes. Such a human waste. Your eyes without a face. Look at it, Ruitner. I just wrecked that name. This is you can see I go through the chat really quick. We're wrapping this up. I go through the chat really quick. Alm's Way's been up and around, and things like that. Papa Fishbean, they're wheeling and dealing. Animal Tooth, who is quite local. Rihanna, Animal Tooth, all that stuff. I read them. I read them. I read them. I read them. Shop Petra. Yes. Okay, maybe we just made it. So they're getting there. Boombia. Trenior. Cricket. Responding. Cricket. Skaz. Right? Hruvitnir. I gotta do that. Hruvitnir. Why not? Bamala. Papa fish bean. I make it Papa fish bean. Just see. Usil. A 100-minute flow. 10:38, and Shredman. Good morning. So, I'm gonna quit. We're gonna... Oh, it's a thumbnail right there. That's a thumbnail. I should have done it for the good morning reads. But maybe I'll just write it. I don't know. Oakberry, good afternoon. Well, it's still morning-ish. Yeah, it's morning. Well, I guess it's where you are. All right, we're out of here. Thank you very much for joining the newest. We'll get this up. We'll thumb it out. It's all fun. Oh, I praise the Lord. Glad to see you. Go ahead, comment, ask questions. I look up stuff. I answer questions. And it's all about PAX Day. It's just the best. Keep your sticks on the ice. See you soon. Oh, by the way, live streaming, 11:37. 7 a.m.'s too early, so 11:37, except for Wednesdays and Sundays, no 3 o'clock. On the phone with Mom. Cheers.